Sorry. So this is the floating point representation in the binary number. So here this is the one. So we are moving the point at this place. So 0.11010011 e to the power of. So here we are moving the point towards right by 10 positions. So 10 is nothing but it's a decimal number. So that is represented in the binary form as the 1010. Here y is nothing but plus is nothing but we are moving the point this binary point towards right, so only we take the exponent as the positive number, and then take the decimal number 1 2 3 4 5 triple 0 is represented as 0.12345. Here here also the decimal point was fixed at the rightmost place, so only 1 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So we are moving the decimal point towards the right by 8 positions. So take the exponent as the 0 8, that is nothing but plus 0 8, and then this is the representation of the decimal number in the floating point representation. Take this one also. Say here 0.000123. This can be represented as 0.123 e to the power of minus 0.3. Here we are moving the this decimal point towards left by 3 positions. So we are fixing the decimal point at this place. So only this is the minus negative number exponent. This is the way of representation of the numbers in the floating point representation. So normalization. Normalization is nothing but, what is the normalization of the number in the form of is nothing but this is the, we have to represent the floating point number in this form. If you are representing the number in the floating point representation, so after performing the operation on that floating point, uh, we have to represent the data at this form is nothing but that is the normalization of the number. For example, if you are adding the two fractional numbers, so after performing the operation, so that result should be in this form. So that is the normalization of the number. So b0 is nothing but subscript. So b0 is nothing but it represents the sign bit. These bits are the magnitude bits. So say one example, 12.345 e to the power of plus 0.3. This can be normalized as this is the positive number. So take the 0 as the sign bit. Point, this decimal point moves towards right. So only take the plus 2 as the exponent. The exponent can be increased by 2 positions. So 0.03 plus 0.2 is nothing but 0.5. We will get the exponent as the 0.5, and then this can be represented as like this 0.1234.5. This is the normalization of the decimal number. Take the one more number, binary number. This is the binary number. So how you can normalize this number? Minus 1. These are the bits. 11.01011. As per the normalization form, this binary point should be moved to the left. Means that here we will get this point. So by moving this binary point towards left, towards right, so the exponent can be increased. Here, so as per the normalization form, we have to represent the sign bit. So this is the negative number. Take the 1 as the binary number, 1 point, and then move this binary point towards right, and then we'll get the point here, 1.11101011 e to the power of, and then this is the 3 value. So by moving this point towards right, we'll get the plus 2. So 0 1 0 0 1 1. By this one we will get the minus 1. So sign bit, for the sign bit, take the 1 as the sign bit. In why? Because the exponent is the negative number. So take the sign bit as the 1, and this is the 0 1 is the exponent value. This is the way of normalization. Here, how you can store the how you can store the floating point numbers in the floating point representation. In the previous class, we discussed the fixed point representation. There is, to store the number which was represented in the fixed point representation, we need only the one register itself to store that number. That is nothing but magnitude bits. But here we need the two registers to store that number which was represented in the floating point representation. So one register used for to hold the Montesa value, and other register used for holding the exponent value. And then take the means that totally we need the two registers to store the number which was represented in the floating point representation. Take this example. Here the number is here 0.11010011 e to the power of plus 1010. Here this is the Montesa value, this is the exponent value. So Montesa value was placed in one register, and this is the exponent value. So along with the sign bit, sign is nothing but this is the positive exponent, so sign bit is nothing but a 0. So along with the sign bit we can store the this result exponent value, and along with the sign bit of the Montesa we can store this value in one register. So both can be placed in the memory like this. So one register is used for holding the Montesa value, other register used for holding the exponent value. So both can be placed in the memory like this. Now we can see the fixed point representation. What are the differences between the fixed point representation and floating point representation? The fixed comes to the fixed point representation. The decimal point is assumed to be fixed in one position, usually either left or right positions. We can fix the decimal point. In the floating point representation, the decimal point is not fixed but shown by the exponent register, means that where is the decimal point was present. So the presence of that decimal point was shown by the exponent register. This is the one difference between the fixed point representation and floating point representation. Here in the fixed point, we are fixing the decimal point at one place, either leftmost or rightmost positions of the number. But here in the floating point, we are not fixing, but that was shown by the exponent register, means that the presence of that number was shown by the exponent register. Second difference, in the fixed point representation, only one register is used to store the is used to store the number. So whatever the number present in the whatever the number was present in the fixed point representation, to store that number we used only the one register itself. In the floating point representation, two registers are used to store the number. One is for Montesa and the other register was used for the exponent. This is the one more difference to the fixed point representation and floating point representation. And third difference is, here arithmetic operations are less complicated and requires less time to complete. So whatever the operations we are doing in the fixed point representations, these are the less complicated, and if it is a less complicated, then we can done that work within the less time. So that is the one in the fixed point. But to the floating point representation, arithmetic operations are more complicated and requires more time to complete automatically. If any task was, for example, we are doing one task, it is very easy, and then we can complete it within the we can complete it within the lesser time. So the operations are the complicated, so automatically it will take the more time to complete it. So this is the one more difference to the fixed point representation and floating point representation. And the difference 4. So here in the fixed point representation, hardware requirements are simple, and floating point representation, more complex hardware circuits are required. Why? Because in the sense there are the two parts are there, fixed point float Montesa and then exponent. So for that one hardware, so we have to do any task, those floating point representations need more complex hardware circuits. So here in the fixed point representation, there are the less complicated ones. So only the hardware circuits are simply we can done. And difference 5, in fixed point representation, less accurate results are obtained. So less accurate is nothing but 100% not confirmed results. That is the one disadvantage of this fixed point representation. Floating point representation, one can get more accurate results, means that we will give the assurance about the results of the floating point representation numbers. So this is the difference 5, and then difference 6. So in fixed point representation, one can represent lesser range of numbers. In floating point representation, one can represent very small to very large numbers. Means that the range of this floating point numbers is high. So this is the differences between these are the differences between fixed point representation and floating point representation. This one here, fixed point representation, floating point representation. The decimal point is assumed to fix at one position, and usually we can fix it either left or right positions. The decimal point is not fixed, but it was shown by the exponent register. And this one, only one register is used to store the number, but here we need the two registers, one for multisa and other for exponent value. And arithmetic operations are less complicated here and requires less time. Here arithmetic operations are more complicated here and requires more time. And hardware requirements are simple, and here hardware requirements are complex. And here we'll give the less accuracy about the results, we'll give the more accuracy results here. And then the numbers is very small numbers, so only the range is low, the range is high. It will represent the very small numbers to the high numbers, so only the range of the numbers is high. So these are the so this is about what is the fixed point representation and then floating point representation, and then what are the differences between fixed point representation and floating point representation. Thank you.